Morning. All right, good morning. We have with us Professor Prasad today from IIM Mumbai. And
Sasrikal, good morning, dear.
it's a lovely day today, and we are jumping onto this interaction where we'll discuss Professor Prasad's unique style of teaching, which I've come to know over the last several years. And by the way, this is my first meeting with Professor Prasad, and we haven't been properly introduced to each other. But I'm sure he's a person who needs no introduction. For many years, he's known as Professor Mandi, and we are eager to know about what is the Mandi model, his experience of working with students over these years, and how he takes them to the market, helping them experience the entrepreneurship firsthand. So welcome, Professor Mandi, shall I say, as we lovingly
Yes,
call.
I love it. Like if Puran says that Mandi, I love it. And especially IIT Mandi professor saying me Mandi is something special for me.
Right. That's a interesting coincidence as well. So, Professor Prasad, I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm going to ask you about. Okay. So we've been running a project called GUESS with a triple S, Global University Entrepreneurial Spirit Student Survey. It's an international project, and we are doing a survey in India where we try to understand students' entrepreneurial spirit. Okay. And in 2023, we did a survey which helped us understand several data points about how students are perceiving entrepreneurship. Do they think they can become an entrepreneur? Have they already started a venture? I have some of these data points which I'll bring in. But the idea of this conversation is, for us, you've been a faculty, I'm a faculty here at IIT Mandi. We've been interacting with students. Let's reflect on our learnings. Let us reflect on how students behave in the classroom. What is faculty's position when we are trying to teach them entrepreneurship, or are we trying to make them entrepreneurs, right? So this is what my questions are going to be about. So let
Sure.
us open with tell us a little bit about your current engagement at IIM Mumbai, and then I'll take you through more questions that I have.
Yeah. At IIM Mumbai, I'm a professor for the last, I think, 28 years I'm here. And I teach subjects. I don't teach entrepreneurship.
Okay.
People misunderstand me that I'm teaching entrepreneurship. I try to convince everybody saying that I'm not teaching entrepreneurship. Even I don't teach entrepreneurship with entrepreneurship kind of thing. I teach any subject like that, entrepreneurship also I teach. The idea here is that learning has got two important factors which contribute for learning excellence. One usually being looked at is the language. Angrezi,
Yeah.
Punjabi, Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, kind of thing. That's a language. That's basically called as medium of instruction. Actually, there is a huge debate going on about medium of instruction,
Okay.
and especially relating to primary school and school level. Actually, the discussion would have been that medium of instruction, there is one more. That's called labor of learning, not language of learning. So if you look at the labor of learning, absolutely at a higher education level, the labor of learning is almost insignificant. And people might ask me saying that how come you can say IIT Mandi mein itna hum kaam karwa rahe बोलते हैं वो काम नहीं है वो एक्शन है इसे डांस करते हैं ना इसे एक्शन है वो काम नहीं है बाजी काम अलग होता है वर्क अलग होता है लेबर अलग होता है the distinction between activity karma basically when you look at karma yoga when you look at it should lead to phal it should lead to output it should lead to result and that's why it should be rewarding it should be completely nourishing the belly wise nourishing and medicine so I convert the focus on The second aspect of medium of instruction basically called about method of instruction, which is work-based, enterprise-based. So it may be entrepreneurship I teach with the enterprise as a mode of learning. Statistics also I teach the same way. So people say,
Okay.
how come you can teach statistics in an enterprising way? दिमाग होना भाई, दिमाग होने से होता है वो. सोचना है कि how do you convert statistics into enterprise, work, labor? The idea here is that you should get the output, reward, money, cashify. Actually, I'm wearing a t-shirt called.
Right. What does this mean? Is a startup?
It is. This tries to tell that I'm a teacher for unicorns, and Cashify is unicorns in India. And the founder of this company went through this process.
Okay. All right. That's great to
My,
know. So you're
yeah,
saying learning has two parts. One is through language. Second is the medium of instruction.
yeah,
And you're saying you don't teach things. You take students through the experience of learning using a
yeah.
method of instruction, which is, experiential.
I wish to use rather than experience. I would like to avoid to use experience. I would like to even avoid experiment. I would
Okay.
like to use a word called enterprise.
Okay.
Please understand, there is a huge difference between anubhav, experiment. क्या बोलते हैं पाजी? I mean, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? मतलब हिंदी वाला, मैं तेलुगु वाला हूँ.
Yeah, experience.
Experiment क्या बोलते हैं?
Experiment is prayog in Hindi.
प्रयोग. हम
Yeah.
बोलता है कि अनुभव प्रयोग नहीं है हमारे लिए. ये चीज है कि प्रसाद जरूरी है. So if work gets, labor can get the prasad. मेरा नाम प्रसाद है. मेरा नसीब में से क्या कर. So every student should get prasad out of their learning every day.
Okay.
So if the moment they get a prasad, they become employable, they become enterprising, they become entrepreneurs, they become job givers, they become startuppers, they become, completely 180 degrees reverse of that. हम सोच रहे कि
when you say
let the,
prasad,
yeah,
they have to experience an output and outcome right from what they're doing. So it's
yeah,
not just an exercise, but also it gives them the feedback that yes, we achieved something.
yeah. So we move from prayog, anubhav to prayog to enterprise.
Okay.
So every subject can be applied, not only acquired, but also absorbed, but also applied. The three words I used: acquisition of knowledge, absorption of knowledge. Actually, a lot of people, they think that no, acquisition and absorption is ultimate of learning. No, it is not. Acquisition, absorption. A lot of people, they go to yoga and say that, no, I absorbed the knowledge. No, you can't.
Okay.
ये पूरा खाली ज्ञान योग है. ये हमारे लिए कर्मयोग जरूरी है. And especially for 22, 20 years plus young बच्चे के. Young dynamic students require work through which they should learn it. Please, we are just keeping aside the language here. We are looking at labor. We are trying to look at here about shrama.
Right.
Work. And business can be done on shrama based. Okay. Geology can be done on shrama based. Agriculture can be done on shrama based. Political science can be done on political shrama based. Economics can be done on shrama based. अकल की बात होता है कि what can be converted into shrama? That's the whole idea. Go ahead.
So you're saying acquisition to absorption, and then what is the next stage?
Application.
Application, right.
Third, fourth one.
Okay.
Acquisition, absorption. These are all pseudo. Absorption is absolutely pseudo, actually. और रट मार के आते हैं, बोलते हैं कि मैं absorb क्या बोलते हैं, बेकार है, कुछ फायदा नहीं है इससे. Absorption to application. Application to adaptation.
Okay.
So absorption and application both will be leading to adaptation. Idea is that if I learn statistics here, I use the same thing in biology. I use in business, I use in somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you migrate knowledge from one area to the other area, to the other area, to the other area, to the other area. A cobbler, when becomes an educated, he uses the same cobbler skills in some other area. He becomes a doctor actually.
Right.
I'm a tailor actually. I don't know whether you understand, whether you know it or not. I can stitch your pant shirt within 3 घंटे में भी कर सकता हूँ मैं.
I know
So
you had
I
a
use my tailoring competencies in designing the whole fabric of education.
okay.
The idea is that the skills, the knowledge which I got there, the values which I got it there, I absorb, I apply, and I adopt in education. Same thing can happen from education to tailoring and tailoring to teaching. Actually, this kind of a marriage between work and word is the whole issue. And this is lacking in Indian education system. And there's a reason why we need enterprising. Enterprising is not entrepreneurship courses. Absolutely galat hai. Actually, they are teaching entrepreneurship in such a horrible way, much horrible than a English language.
okay.
That is the
Can you
reason why entrepreneurship education fellows, they beg for jobs. I heard some of the top entrepreneurship institute says that no, PG diploma in management and in entrepreneurship. I don't want to name the institute.
no,
This is it. I'm talking about an institute which is came up for entrepreneurship. I don't want to tell further actually for that kind of a major thing. This is that PG diploma in management and entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
This is the whole idea. Go ahead.
So you said acquisition, absorption, application, and adaptation. So that's
This
four.
is a knowledge model available. Anybody can go there and see. Yeah.
So let's clarify these steps. Now, when you go to a classroom and you're helping students enterprise, how do these four steps manifest? Can you walk us through that? And
Yeah.
this will be for the entrepreneurship educators across the country.
Yeah. Amazing kind of thing. For example, I go to a student with a toy and say that beta ye toy aap bahar jaake bech ke aana hai.
Okay. They don't
So
have to make. You give them the toy.
actually, this is why again issue saying that. Yeah, IIT wala hai na, I was talking to one IIT wala. They are into completely into बनाने में लग जाता है, वो बेचने में लग जाता नहीं.
You're giving them that, yes.
अमेज़न वाला मेकिंग में नहीं रहता है, फ्लिपकार्ट वाला मेकिंग में नहीं रहता है. वो अकल है उनको.
Okay, fine.
This I don't ask them to make it. You might say that. How come you can say that? No. Question is that you don't require to understand A to Z from A to Z. You can see from Z to A also. कौन बोला है Z Y X W U T S R Q P O? कौन बोला है इसमें पढ़ो मत बोल के कौन बोला है क्या है?
Yeah.
Z Y X W U T S R actually बेचने से बनाना best.
Okay.
So we give the students this kind of a toys and ask them to say that go out and apply, absorb first, and acquire, absorb, and apply, and make money, and then go to adaptation. For example, I make my students to sell. This is Mandi actually. This man is Mandi man actually. So this
Okay.
man is my kind of thing. They sell this kind of thing as a. I mean, it's not a biology type for me. It is design thinking type for me.
Okay.
This is engineering design actually. IIT Mandi students should sell this. उनको समझ में आता है कि design क्या है. And I don't have a skeleton, but this guy has got a skeleton because I have not seen my skeleton so far. So this guy can be sold at an amazing kind of a price. And you understand about design thinking, you understand about marketing, you understand about business, you understand about supply chain, you understand about pricing, you understand about economics, you understand about online marketing, you can understand application can be done anywhere.
Okay.
So I pick up Atrangi, very unique learning toys, and I use them. This is a toy which students make mathematics teach them. So this is
Okay.
a simple straws and connectors. And my students sold 1 lakh kits so far.
Wow.
And I also sell the gentleman. I don't know
Yeah.
which gentleman is this.
I've heard the story of this book being sold through one of the fellow faculty members.
And I made my students to sell 5 lakh copies. Please
Wow.
understand, it's not doing seva for Gandhi. हमारा कुछ रिश्ता नहीं है गांधी से, हमारा मामा नहीं है, हमारा चाचा नहीं है, हमारा बापू तो है, अलग बात है. हम सीखना चाहते हैं कि बिजनेस कैसे करेगा, how to talk to the customer, how to convince customer, how to make a sales pitch.
Okay.
And I do it on October 2nd, August 15th, 26th January, and January 30th, I do it. And I also do this actually.
Okay.
On April 14th, I do this.
I see.
And I pick up from National Book Trust. I pick up from Gandhi Bookstore from Bombay. And I
Okay.
give them both and ask them to sell together.
Okay. Okay.
This is what is enterprise.
So tell us more about how does this process of acquisition, absorption, application, and adaptation comes out in this process. You go to the class and you say, here is a skeleton, go out and sell it. So tell us, how do students acquire the knowledge, then absorb it, and then we'll go to application and adaptation.
So a first year student in the very first month, given this kind of toys on one day, the 500 students are sent into the Bombay market. I do this in Hyderabad, I do this in Bhopal, I do it in Chennai, I do it in Delhi, I do it different places. And they are being sent into the market with the training, basically, how do you talk to the customers and what kind of courses you are learning already, like marketing, economics, communication, statistics, market research. Usually they study all these kind of things.
Right.
And you have to write assignments on the sales exercise using it. So they will give for 5 subjects which they're studying, they will give an assignment. If they don't give an assignment, they don't get marks. If they don't sell it, they don't get marks.
Okay.
बेचना जरूरी है. बेचो 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 सीखो. पाजी. बेचो 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 सीखो. We transformed this from socho 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 so jao.
Okay.
This
So action at the center.
Huh. And this is a 1 day exercise spread over 15 days preparation. Doing it, they write assignments, and this is the first step. We call it as selling, and then you convert them into telling.
Okay.
Sell and tell. You tell the whole world what you're doing, why you're doing, how you're doing, what is that you learned it. Okay, selling and telling. And third one is that startup. So immediately we force them to start a company and run a company. And if they don't start a company, they don't get marks.
Oh, I see.
And this is done part of their company law, their financial management, entity management, any course which they do. Look at this. This is a company registered by a top class unicorn. His name is Gugalia. And he started this company in 2007.
Okay.
And today he is a unicorn in Nagpur. And he got an Indian auto gas company, Rahul Gugalia, Indian auto gas.
Okay.
So I got at least around 2,000-3,000 students went through this process, out of which maybe around 400-500 students created their companies, continued there, and make it like that. And basically sell, tell, and start the company. There are 3 phases. And startup companies, you start a company, you register a company, you make a website, you get marks for around 20-25 different points, different assignments. For example, you register on company registration kind of thing, you get marks for that. You make a bank account, you get marks for it. So everything they get marks, 15-20. For example, you made a partner, you get a marks for that. You got a no objections, you get a marks for that. You got an agreement, you get a marks for that. So everything is assignment. So we run it for 2 years, and we use selling, telling, and starting for getting good placement.
Okay. So this
Please
process,
understand.
2 years. This is not a single course. They have to do this across.
We don't have any courses. Please, Ram, courses nahi janta. Every course is spoiled, actually. Every curriculum is spoiled. करिकुलम कहाँ लाता है, XYZ से डाउनलोड करता है, लगा देता है, क्या इससे क्या फायदा है? So whatever you're studying can be enterprised.
No, so students get marks for it, you said, right? So they get credits for it. So what is it called? This must be, this has to be a course then.
No,
What do you
actually
call?
there is no course. You got 40%, 50%, 60%. You got an application, you got an assignment, you got internal assessment. Continued evaluation. That's continued evaluation. We convert assignments into enterprising assignment.
Okay.
So, for example, there are 30 courses, there are 30 assignments done with the student. All assignments are taken up from startup.
Okay.
Like all my bones are connected in this skeleton. Every bone is one assignment.
Okay.
So all connected, ek mala ban jayega, and it gets a life actually.
Got
Most
it.
of the assignments are thrown into dustbins. Most of the engineering projects are there in the background of the back of the college in dustbins. Kachra. I know engineering colleges का पूरा कचरा कितना होता है मुझे मालूम है. I went for top class MBA college, which I have seen this kind of reports are being there. I'll share that kind of thing. You put that kind of thing part of your video. So question is that when you put 5 trillion cells separately, it's a dead body. When you combine these 5 trillion cells together, then it gets alive. When you put 260 bones together, it becomes alive.
So you're saying in
by,
existing
by design, they get connected. Yeah.
in the existing courses, all assignments are converted into such exercises that they become enterprising then, selling, telling, and starting up. Another question that I'm getting, Professor Prasad, is that marks for company. If you register, you get marks. If you do the next step, you get marks. And everyone has to do this. Do you think entrepreneurship is for every student? Should we
Good
force?
idea. Please understand, whether you adopt or not, you have to absorb, you have to apply.
Okay.
There is no escape for you. And question is that you can become entrepreneur even. You can adapt in your own company even. But this is a necessary activity for every student to go through. So application, adaptation, and absorption is no excuse for any theoretical student.
Okay.
Even a theoretical student should also do it. Actually, this is nothing to do with the enterprise, not with the employment. It is related to self-reliance. Godi mein baita mat. You be your own legs. This is basically Atmanirbhar Bharat.
That's right.
Shrama Bharat or Atmanirbhar Bharat. Shrama Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat दोनों जोड़ी है. ये सोच भारत नहीं है, करके दिखाओ भारत है ये.
Okay.
So we can make 5 trillion economy, 10 trillion economy only by making these 4 crore students every day earning 100 rupees.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Professor Prasad, now, if you think about students, they have several factors which affect them in deciding what do they want to do in life. Right? When we are young, we think engineer banenge, doctor banenge, and then gradually, we see the realities, we shift gears, we change streams, and so on. Becoming an entrepreneur, is this a career option for students? Are they thinking about it? Of course, the way you're teaching, not teaching, the way you are helping students experience entrepreneurship, it certainly pushes them in that direction. But how do they respond when they are exposed to this situation? You said there are thousands of students who went through this process in last more than 10 years probably, and 400-500 have started companies. So, not everyone does it. So when they come to this process, this methodology, how do they react? And then do they come to you say, sir, मेरे को नहीं बनना है?
Yeah. Actually, 10 साल के बाद आके मेरा पाँव पकड़ के बोलते हैं सर मैं गलती किया है. I love that student.
अच्छा.
अभी तो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा तो हो गया तो. पर तुम्हारा बेटा को मत करो ये, तुम्हारे बहन को मत करो, तुम्हारे भाई को मत करो, तुम्हारा नेफ्यू को मत करो ये. बोलो उनको कि बेटा तो काम करना है, अप्लाई करना है. ये इंपॉर्टेंट चीज. दूसरा चीज है कि The people who are succeeded, they go and tell to the people saying that, "Arey, ye to bahut अच्छी चीज है." दूसरा चीज है. तीसरा चीज, please, application and creation of value is the normal thing for anybody for that. Actually,
Yeah.
whole enterprise is nothing but application of information and creation of value before the customer is enterprising. So a lot of enterprising people start with the idea. I start with information. You are you are given so much of information. Have you applied 1% of information which is being given? ज्ञान को आप, you have to apply them. और जमाना है और आमदनी निकालना है. So it's nothing to do with the idea, please. Whatever you learn today, customer is a king. Go and test whether customer is a beggar, pauper. That's all.
Okay.
You said that इधर बेच सकता है, जाके देखो. No, on a rainy day in Bombay, you can sell umbrellas.
Yeah.
Can you sell on a sunny day umbrellas? That also you can find out. So question is Satya Shodhana. Ahimsa. Self-reliance. Three things.
Okay.
Satya Shodhana. You are searching for truth क्या है? Please understand. पुराण बोला है सत्य. नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो सत्य नहीं है. पापा बोला है वो सत्य नहीं है. You have to find out your truth. 5 is equal to 5. It's a mathematics teacher told. You find out whether 5 is equal to 5 or not. Satya Shodhana, Ahimsa, and Swavalambi. And more important thing is work-based value creation. Go ahead.
You mentioned you brought in some values from the tailoring profession, right?
Yeah.
You yourself were tailor at some point in time. What were those values, and tell us more about how you brought them into
Please, tailor के एक चीज है कि माप लेता है, करता है. मोटा है तो मोटा करेगा, छोटा है तो छोटा करेगा, पतला है तो पतला करेगा. No, he has to see for that. No, that's basically the design. Basically, tailor also can take it out, saying that no, he can use an innovation kind of elastic. मोटा वाला के लिए पतला वाला के लिए एक ही अंडरवेयर बनाएगा, बट उसमें इलास्टिक रहता है. एल वाला एक्सेल वाला दोनों को भी काम आता है. I pick up this for rich and poor should get the same education out of it. It's not that अमीर लोग के लिए पढ़ाई अलग है, गरीब लोग के लिए अलग. एक गलत है, एक गलत है. So you should be able to create a customized kind of thing for each individual. No, it's not mass customization. So एक देश एक पढ़ाई. एक पढ़ाई क्या है कि every day you earn 100 rupees is एक पढ़ाई. One India. You can imagine. I mean, IIT Mandi students, if they earn 1,000 rupees every day, it becomes a revolution actually. And being in Mandi, they can make it. You don't require to. So sell, tell, startup, and assignments is the whole idea. You're not doing anything outside. You're doing part of curriculum. There is no curriculum. There is no teacher. It is path. It's the way. Dung kya hai? Method kya hai? Is the whole issue. It's not about language. It's about labor, work, value, customer, application, innovation.
Okay. So you said, so this has to be across the country, one nation, right? You have to take it to the rest of the institutions, and you are obviously not happy about how entrepreneurship is being taught. So
no, it's not entrepreneurship taught. It is any subject is taught. Actually, they ruined. Educators ruined the education. Actually, it's not Macaulay who did it. गाली मत दे दे यार, वो तो पूरा he did a good thing by teaching you English and me actually, Please understand, उनका काम उनके करके चले गया था. And we are for the last 75 years, 200 years, हमारे को अकल नहीं है कि हम क्या करना है. And it's a country where 80% of population is working population. Work has to be method. Value creation should be method. ये पूरा language पे, भाषा पे पूरा झगड़ा कर रहे हैं. पंजाबी हो, तमिल हो, तेलुगु हो, దీంతో ఏం పని కాదు. కావాల్సింది ఏమిటి అంటే what is needed. అరే తెలుగు में बात कर रहा हूं मैं. I don't know Punjabi, I've never done it like that. So, कमा के सीखो. And today, कमा के सीखना is an amazing kind of thing. Today, every student can कमा सकता है. घर में बैठ के कर सकता है. Actually, I have a student who is Bhagat. She is running a YouTube channel, and she's a first year student. When I asked, she said, I am running a YouTube channel. I said, I saluted. I said that will get a best grade for it like that. Make an assignment, submit me. I love it. Okay. So we embed enterprising as part of education. It can be about Telugu, it can be about philosophy, it can be about business. And most important thing is engineering, management, agriculture, architecture, law. All amenable for. Today we are talking about saying that no, political science cannot taught like that. Actually, political science student, JNU student can sell this and in make an everyday 1,000 rupees. If it's a cheap JNU student, तो ये करना है. ये दोनों करना है. Just a cheap student type of. Please understand. I mean, that's what is ज्ञान है. Go ahead.
So, ये methodology को how do we take it to teachers across the country? Are you doing something to either document it or promote it, or policy level, saying that this is how anything should be taught, and most importantly, entrepreneurship? What are you doing?
I wish to say it's nothing to do with an entrepreneurship. First point I would like to make. It is for कोई भी subject हो. It's about biology student. If he sells it, he understands far better the design thinking.
Yeah.
More important thing is that. Okay. Second point which I would like to say is that there is a concept called pedagogy to andragogy to some other concept called heterogogy. I request the audience to look at what is heterogogy. Heterogogy is basically about you are self-directed, you are self-driven, you are self-supporting, completely you are. Especially postgraduate students should start with that so that उनका छोटे भाई छोटे बहन भी कर सकता है. Please understand, the change should come from PG to KG, not from KG to PG.
Okay.
ये गांधी भी सोचा था कि KG to PG you should change it. एक गलत है. He changed basic education for primary school. गलत था. The change should come from बड़े भाई और बड़े बहन.
Okay.
Then second by छोटे 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 भी समझ सकता है कि, and they can do far better. This is second. Third more important thing, please, this is a country, this is a society where they have no respect for what is written.
Okay.
आचरण में ये, this is a society which has no respect for आचरण. वो बोलेगा, बात करेगा, लिखेगा, लेक्चर मारेगा, काम नहीं करेगा. This is the society. ये society का चीज है. You can, I mean, I'm sorry to say that. I come from a tailoring background. I've seen a number of professors भाषण देता है, काम नहीं करेगा. And this is the disease they are injecting in this thing. So I say that buyer beware. Students को मैं बोलता हूँ, बेटा तुम्हारा जिंदगी बर्बाद हो रहे. Don't listen to your teachers. Rebel. You should not become another brick in the wall. A Pink Floyd song. You know Pink Floyd song, this thing? Huh?
Yeah, I know that song.
Another brick in the wall. You should not become another brick in the wall. So I say that, Kharidar, Khabardar. You are paying 20 lakh rupees. You should see to that whether I can make 5 lakh rupees or not. I spy students for learning and earning. I don't bother about professors. These are all just namesake. These are all gods which are just there for namesake gods. Please understand, the placement is not happening because of them. The पढ़ाई उनसे नहीं थोड़ी हो रहे. बच्चे, their best students are there. IIT में बच्चे अच्छे आते हैं. That's the reason why they get a place there. Incidentally, they do it like that. So my question is that writing, telling makes no sense. We have to really implement it. Let us make the 4 crore students, not only 4 crores, there are 4 crore outside the college. We should chadana hai, and I love your work. Please, let us make these particular words very clear. And title is going to be the Kharidar, Kabardar. Buyer beware. You are paying money, you should get value. And please don't look at your teachers. You should make for yourself. Dear.
You mentioned 3 gogis, right? Pedagogy to pedagogy. What is the third one? Can you explain that?
Heterogogy.
That's the third one.
Yeah, heterogogy.
What was the second one?
Andragogy. Andragogy.
Andragogy.
Andragogy. ये अंडरगाजी पे रोल प्लेस, गिल प्लेस, डांस एक्शंस करता है पूरा. I have seen a lot of so खाली डांस एक्शन है कल. नाटक करता है, एक्टिंग करता है, बोलता है कि आई एम ए बिजनेसमैन, एंटरप्रेन्योर, डू यू नो माय बिजनेस प्लान. अबे तो एक्टिंग करने से थोड़ी होता है भाई. तो बेच क्या ना पहले. So he
Self-determined.
speaks very good English, he speaks very good slide, and वो बोलता है, बहुत अच्छा बोलता है. बोलने से बिजनेस थोड़ी होता है, करने से होता है. बिजनेस इज नॉट टॉकिंग. बोले.
Okay. So, pedagogy, andragogy, which is where we act like we are doing this, and then finally self-determined methodology, which is we do it and we show it so that others follow us.
No,
Easy to
create it. प्रसाद बनना है. प्रसाद नहीं बनाया नहीं होता है. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. You should get the output. Output नहीं है तो नहीं होता है कि. So
okay.
sahaviryam karvavehe. I don't know whether you know this shloka or not. Sahaviryam karvavehe. Our contribution should be able to lead to sahaviryam karvavehe. It should lead to output. This is Maran.
Okay.
So the shloka is that like that, no? And you apply and you get a value. This is IIM ka slogan hai. I don't want to mention it. You have to apply, you get it like that. चलो IIM अहमदाबाद का slogan क्या है? Unless you apply, you don't get value out of it. This is एक है, वो अप्लाई नहीं करता है, उसमें वैल्यू नहीं निकालता है. अरे क्या बोलते हैं यार तू तो. My dear.
So teachers, how do teachers?
मुझे भरोसा नहीं है टीचर्स पे, माँ बाप पे भरोसा नहीं है. And students, they don't want. Please understand, our children don't respect us to get married. Okay? Please understand, the whole society is very different society. You are trying to push through teachers. Teachers are only supplementers. Anyhow, so first we start with Kharidar, Kabardar, because they are spending 20 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees. उनका खुद का जीवन जिंदगी बर्बाद हो रहे हैं. And 4 crore students. And we declared them 80% are useless fellows, unemployable. And उसको डिग्री देता है. अबे अकल होना है क्या? You know, when you are giving a degree, it's not useless. Why you are giving such a degree to them? पैसे क्यों लिया है? Go ahead.
So for people like me, कैसे वो करके दिखाएंगे बताइए आप.
You're doing the right thing. Create videos. Let us reach to the customers. Today we are directly reaching to the customers. Is the whole idea. The whole government is talking about reaching to the customer. Ultimate people can be reached sitting in Delhi. That's what the whole, you can deliver directly to them like that. And हम क्या करना? अरे यार YouTube videos चला रहे हैं यार, पूरा दुनिया चला रहा है, YouTube videos चला रहा है यार. अरे कांसार, आप सोच ले कांसार का कितना बड़ा है कांसार. So today it's much easier to reach to the people at their doorstep, at their mobile. You got how many crores of mobiles you got it like that. Please, भरोसा मत करो एक काली ऐसी दिखावा के लिए. टेम्पल ओपन करो, भगवान को दिखाओ, प्रसाद के साथ दे दे तो बेकार है. बट असली भगवान कस्टमर है, तो ग्राहक है. जाओ पैसे ले लो, मुस्कुराते हो. This is what is required. So असली भगवान को हम दिखाना है हमारा स्टूडेंट के लिए. एप्लीकेशन, एडेप्टेशन एंड अब्जॉर्प्शन, this can be worked.
Okay. So again, I'm probing into that question again. For teachers, हम लोग masters करते हैं, PhD करते हैं, and we start teaching. Entrepreneurship एक subject बन गया है. Now entrepreneurship is all over the academic environment today. इतना सारा incubation center भी है जहाँ practice होता है, पर उससे पहले student course में आता है, वहां पे पढ़ाई करता है. तो टीचर्स तो हैं, उनसे सीख तो रहे हैं स्टूडेंट. नाउ उन टीचर्स को what is your suggestion? Let's not completely discount them, but what can do to transform their methodology of teaching? Simple
kind of thing. So the slogan is like this: बेचो 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 सीखो, आज का पढ़ाई की खर्चा आज का पढ़ाई में आज से निकालो, and that converted to an assignment. This is the way I look at it. And there are faculty who will understand it, and at least for their children they understand it. And more important thing is education in doldrums. Please understand, is only khali dikhawa ke liye hai. The patient is going to die. Internet is coming up. COVID come very good for education. It's done enough damage to the educational system. उनको मालूम है कि ये तो पढ़ाने वाले खाली ऐसा बैठ के अटेंडेंस ही नहीं लेता है, चले जाता है. So please understand, this is not going to sustain long. We got internet degrees today. Internet coaching is available. Puran can be accessed from anywhere in the world. और फुकट में हो सकता है, पैसे की जरूरी नहीं है actually. Amazing kind of thing which you got it like that. So please, higher education should be in this thing. I'm sure these universities, Delhi based, they'll be closed if you don't be aware of it. Please understand, it's a Sarkari ka problem nahi hai. Whole education got changed. You cannot teach 100 years back methodology today. So so jata hai. Socho, so jao. Becho. Becho bano. Yeah. Boliye.
Sorry, I got disconnected for a bit. Okay. So, sir, students can develop an intention to start up during such practices, and then they may or may not actually take an action on it. So from your experience, how can we improve this intention to action ratio? How can we get more students to start up? Of course, this methodology works, but what are the which affect them, which still pull them down, saying nahi abhi nahi karna hai, baad mein karenge?
Yeah. So one of the things which I say that usually people have very positive thing. What you have to do is that how do you make startup into very, very nanotized? Actually, a lot of people don't know how to simplify a startup. Actually, the problem is that Ankur, anybody is an idea, plan, paise, incubation, galat hai. Pura galat hai. Actually, the seed of enterprising is how I can stand on my legs is enterprising. मैं मेरा रोज खर्चा कैसा बना सकता हूँ, that kind of thing. So you should be able to be nanotized, number one. Number two, how do you embed as part of a system? That's the second. Faculty are absolutely blank on this. Marketing faculty say that I cannot practice marketing. What? I'm seeing the n number of marketing faculty saying that. आप करना चाहते करो, हम तो नहीं करेंगे. It's a shame for a country of this size. And a marketing faculty say that, तुम करना तो तुम करो, मैं क्यों नहीं करूंगा? Because उनका कुछ problem ही नहीं है, उनका तो promotion, emotion पूरा हो रहे. Anyhow, the point is that student is getting spoiled. My dear Puran, the whole issue here is that simplification, nanotization, and third more important thing is giving marks. Marks. Actually, if you may give marks, no, student ऐसा कुत्ता जैसा आता है, बोल के सबसे निकलता है. So please, nothing wrong. Huh? You are converting. Please understand. Earlier it is rat marna padai tha. Today it's not absorption. Today is adaptation. Is the education. So 100 years changed completely. Today, earlier it was not acquisition. Earlier it was acquisition was the issue. Today it's not acquisition. There is isosymmetric. Like that, everybody has got the information. I was just saying that, no, I mean, you just give this video, put to AI and ask what is summary. Within 2 seconds, you get a summary of it.
Right.
I said to one of my students, one senior student, he went into put it in ChatGPT and said that this is your summary of your video. He said, this is the kind. Question is about not information. Question is about implementation. Question is about wisdom. Question is about income. Income is a proxy for your wisdom. Actually, this is very, very important. Work and wisdom and wealth. 3 things. Work, wealth, and wisdom. Actually, wealth is an indication of this thing. Actually, economics will also give ethics, actually. These people are unethical because they never faced ethical economic situations. Economics and ethical should be clubbed together. This is that no, ethics different, economics different. No, it's not that. So monetization, cashifcation, application, income generation, value creation will give Sahi ethics. And it actually this particular Mandi method, startup selling can be used for ethics teaching, morals teaching. There is no subject which cannot be. If anything is taught, it has to be applied in the market. Simple litmus test.
Okay. So I think I'd asked this earlier as well. How do we take this method across the country? Are you, running any initiative where you're training other faculty or for any student?
I do it. Actually, I am known for that matter, Mandi sir. I go to at least 100 universities, 100 different B schools, talk about it. I'm more of a professor. I'm less of a professor and more of a, an activist, educational activist. I don't believe much about these intellectual likhi padhi वाले के लिए मेरे लिए इतना गौरव नहीं है. I'm sorry. I come from a tradition which is doing is important. I'm a tailor. I'm not a professor. Actually, I can profess tailoring much better than, if you ask me division of labor, I can speak far better than any faltu professor who did a PhD in division of labor. Because how do you make a t-shirt? How do you make a shirt? How many parts are there? What is the efficiency? I can talk far better than anybody because I know it. So please understand, customer has to be the ultimate. God is a customer. The student is ultimate. And student is available today. Let us make the movement. Directly, let us reach to them. Value creation is important. We can create 4 crore students amazingly self-reliant. They don't require jobs. They don't require jobs.
Yeah.
Let us not doubt our students. Actually, a lot of people say that they don't have an intention. They are not. Galat hai. And everybody want to get married. Yeah, 20 years fellow who's there? 90% people will want to get married. Who said this fact? अच्छी लड़की मिलना है, अच्छा लड़का मिलना है, बस इतना अच्छी. Go ahead.
Sure. No, great. Thank you so much for sharing all these insights, Professor Prasad. From right from the beginning, it's been educational as well as entertaining. I'm sure students and faculty listening in would enjoy these ideas. Becho becho, bech ke sikho.
I will give the slogan. Puran, why don't you join me like that? Okay, I will tell the slogan. Becho becho, becho, sikho. सीखो सीखो बेचो सीखो जो सीखा उसी को कमाओ जब सीखा तुरंत कमाओ जहां सीखा वहीं कमाओ. So this is the simplest way of making enterprising the education.
Execution at the top. Don't sit back thinking and planning your business model canvases. Go to the market, meet the customer. Customer is the king, and make the money. Get the money out of their pocket, and you get the market. Imagine how universities would run if we were to do things like this. Everyone will become self-reliant. They will know how to make money for today, and then unicorns is the future. We'll have an nation, will have an enterprising educational ecosystem, and as a country, we will become the top startup destination. Thank you so much, Professor Prasad, aka Professor Mandi, for sharing the Mandi model with us and for inspiring an entire generation of entrepreneurs in the last several years. Thank you so much. Bye.